Hey everyone, Andrew here with ACR Protect. Thanks for stopping by. Well, we're video today. Been doing a lot of cocktail hours lately, and figured it's time for something different. I am sorry, shaking the camera everywhere here. So, wanted to do a video on what I am considering for me my primary weapons, my primary firearms. That's it. Now, this is in no way what I think you should do. To each their own, right? You kind of pick your poison, and it also depends on your environment and stuff like that. But this is for me, and hopefully it gives you some ideas. This kind of sparked from my brother. Mentioned something I should talk a little bit about some of my firearms and just some of the stuff that's on them and whatnot. People are into that, and I am. I watch videos on that, kind of get some ideas and whatnot. I think everything I'm going to show, most people have seen before. I know you've seen before. Just when I say that, you might have seen from my arsenal, essentially. So, for me, I think I've said it before. I live in a suburb of Houston. Big city, right? Big city. Usually goes back and forth with Chicago between who's going to be third largest and who's going to be fourth largest. It just depends on the year, right? And if you watch some other, excuse me, I should have brought my water up here. I've been drinking a lot of water today. Anytime you're in a big city, right? I don't live in Houston. That's what you're thinking. But I do live in the suburbs. That's just what works for me. I know a lot of people in this community want to get rural and everything. And hey, me too, right? It's just going to take some time. Not quite there yet. Want to get there. Been eyeing some properties and stuff like that, but it just takes time, right? And right now, functionally, we all got to work too, right? And so working for me requires me to be in and around Houston. So I am all over every side of town, inside Houston proper, west side, east side, north side, south side. I'm all over the place. Sometimes in the same day, which is like driving across states sometimes, as big as it is. So, for me, my primary weapon that is with me from the moment I put on pants to the moment I go to bed, a handgun. Right? This is a Gen 5 Glock 19. As you can see, it's clear. All right. All my weapons on the table right now are clear. This, it's very simple. Okay. I don't have anything on it other than night sights. That's all I've added. It's stock Glock 19. This is on me 99.9% of the time. This is what I'm carrying. And I know there's a lot of channels out there that, they're switching from firearm to firearm, trying to find out what works. And hey, that's okay. You need to do that. Sometimes you need to find what's your cup of tea, and that's cool. This is mine. It's as simple as that. I've tried, and I have other handguns. All right, I'm not some Glock snob. I have a lot of stuff, but this works every single time. No issues. All right, have had multiple Glocks, multiple calibers. I like the 19. I like 9mm. Beat me up in the comments if you're a 45 guy. Hey, I have thought about getting a 10mm. Not gonna lie. More for our four-legged creatures that we have around here. I think that'd be a little bit better. If you're out in the woods or whatever. But just a 19. All right. This doesn't have the RMR cut. It's just night sights, and I've done videos on the red dot optics. I like them. I like this better. It's simple and it works. Okay, This is my primary handgun. I have my Texas LTC, license to carry. Texas is a constitutional carry state. You don't have to get your LTC. It's up to you. Me personally, I've had it for so long, plus I'm a veteran, I get a discount. It's no big deal. Every 5 years or so, I send the state $20 and I'm good to go. And you know, if it makes law enforcement feel a little bit better when they stop me, I'm for that. Okay, that's just me. If you don't want to get your LTC, that's fine. But you know, there's some benefits to getting that in whatever state you live in. You know, for the reciprocity to other states. Everywhere I go, I can carry this concealed. Everywhere I go, state-wise, obviously, whatever laws, you know, or parameters that different installations have, that dictates, you know, whether you go inside there and carry, you know, obviously federal buildings and stuff like that. You can't, but pretty much everywhere else you can carry, and I do. And if there's an establishment that I can't carry in, I'm not going in there. That's just something that's a commitment I made to myself a long time ago. That's it. I'm just gonna carry. I'm gonna carry everywhere I can. If I don't, then I'm not going in there if I can't carry. So, you know, some benefits to the handgun, right? Concealable, right? It's, you know, you're not lugging around a rifle or shotgun or something like that. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. You can do that too. In Texas, you can walk around with your AK slung over your shoulder. Do your thing. You're gonna get attention. You know you will. Let's not deny that. You're gonna stir the pot. Whether you choose to do that is up to you, right? So that's just me. So for me, my primary handgun, or my primary firearm, is a handgun. All right. Now I said 99.9% of the time. If I'm not carrying my 19, I'm carrying my Model 45. All right. It is. If you don't know, it's the 19X, but it's all black. Okay, so it's the full size grip with the 19 slide, right? Little more capacity. I mean, the nice thing about Glock, like if I'm carrying the 19 or I'm carrying this or a 17, all my backup mags are 17 rounds or plus. So it just works. No matter what I'm carrying, my backup mags are 17 rounds or higher. So if I feel like I want to carry this, I'm good to go because I'm going to have the 17 rounder in there, and my backup mags are 17 round plus. Stock Glock 45, Model 45. You know, anyone that's trying to figure out where Glock's going with their model numbers and their calibers, if you figure it out, let me know because I don't think anybody has mastered that yet. This is also a Gen 5. I actually purchased this with the night sights already on it. They're Americlo on the 19. I believe they're True Glow. I think so. Been on there for a long time. I like both of them. They both work just fine. But again, no RMR cutout. It's just a stock 45. That's it. I like it. As far as, you know, concealability, the 19 is a little bit easier, right? But this is comfortable. This is a comfortable handgun. You know, whether you're law enforcement or security or, you know, civilian, this is a comfortable gun to carry. Okay, and you get, you know, a little extra ammunition in there, you know, with the 17 round mags or more. Good gun. So this is like my 1%, and this is my 99%. Love them both. They both work. And I'm a big guy, so it's not like I can't conceal this, but sometimes with the clothing that you're wearing, some stuff's a little more form-fitting. I know women battle that all the time, right? And so just for me, this works. I can conceal this very easily. So my primary handgun, my primary weapon, firearm, is a handgun. That's it. And it's whether I'm at work, whether I'm going out, I always have a handgun on me. When I'm at the house, sitting in my recliner, watching a movie or a show with the family, it's on me. Okay? That's why I'm saying it's primary. If something goes down at my house, that's probably what's going to be used, my handgun. Just makes sense. All right, to live in town, just makes sense. Okay? Now, I do have a lot of other firearms, like I've said, not a lot, but quite a few, I guess. And I feel that each application is different, right? You know, because you hear the little catchphrase, oh, you know, you only have a handgun to get to your long gun. I will not argue with that, but if it takes you a while to get to your long gun and you have a handgun there, like, okay, maybe you should just carry more mags for your handgun or something. But maybe you're rural or something like that. Maybe you have a truck gun or something, right? maybe at your house. All right, I think they have their place. I have them, you know, depending on the situation, will dictate if I'm going to grab some more firepower, being a long gun. So I am a fan of shotguns. I think shotguns are great for home defense. I'm going to bring this back in the picture here, or bring it into the picture. As you can see, it's clear. All right. I don't know if you can see the orange in there. All right, there we go. Maybe. All right, it's empty. All right. I do have some rounds on the side here. I've done a video about this gun. This is a Savage Stevens shotgun, 12 gauge. Very simple, very simple. All I'm keeping on this. All right. Again, my extra rounds. All right. I've got a sling. Okay. And I've got a light. All right. That's it. It's just on and off. It's not anything fancy. This is actually the Black Scout Survival through night version light. It's actually a handgun light, but I just like that it's small and it works on here. I just have that little collar on here, and then again I have I think I said I have a sling. You know, this gun is stock as well, other than the externals that I put on there that I just discussed. Perfect for home defense, right? 12 gauge. I don't care what you're shooting. I don't care if it's buckshot, slugs, birdshot. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. You know, benefit of birdshot. If you're shooting through walls, all right, or you know your backstop being walls, it's, you know, between walls and insulation and stuff like that. Yeah, you're probably okay. Because if you have other family members, right, you need to know where your rounds are going. Okay, one of your you know, primary firearms rules: know your backstop and beyond. Know what's going on. Okay. I think it's important to have a light. Now, pause for a second. Andrew, you don't have a light on your handgun. I know. I do have lights for handguns. I do. Just don't care for them. Now, that being said, guess what? And this isn't, I didn't plan this or anything. Guess what? I've got a light. All right? And through the training that I've been through, I've used flashlights. That's what I did when I was in the service. Since the service, all my training's been with a flashlight, not a weapons light. And I'm not knocking it. You do you. You want a light on your pistol, that's fine. I don't care. But you need to be able to see what you're shooting at. Okay? That's where I'm getting at right there. So, flashlight. I've got it for there. I've got it on here. Okay? Bumping the night gun, truck gun, whatever. All right? Like the 12 gauge. That's just me. Rounds are pretty readily available. However, guess what? 410 works too. So just 20 gauge. You know, and I've mentioned this before. If you're not very big, or you have a shoulder injury or something like that, like, don't mess yourself up over trying to be the tough guy with a 12 gauge. That's ridiculous, right? I'm telling you, if you shoot someone with a 410, it's just as bad. Okay, it's, you know, not that I want you just going around shooting people, but you know what I mean, self-defense purposes, right? You know, get what works for you. That's what it's about. Maybe you want semi-automatic 12 gauge. That's fine. I've been kind of eyeing a couple, believe it or not. And I know that's kind of contradicting one of my other videos. I do like them. It makes sense. You can, some of these new ones like that are on like an AR platform, they're pretty sick, man. They're pretty awesome. I'm kind of leaning towards that, maybe, but a lot of my training has been with a pump, right? And it's just what I'm used to. Same with not having a red dot on my handgun. It's just what I'm used to. Okay. So 12 gauge, another primary weapon system for me. Okay. I've got a couple different ones. This is kind of my go-to. Not terribly expensive. Shotguns in general are not terribly expensive. This one, a little bit more, they always seem to tack on a charge if you get, the pistol grip and whatnot, on there. I find this style right here, with the stock and the grip, I find it the most comfortable to shoot as opposed to just a standard shotgun. I have standard shotguns. I like shooting that. It just works. All right. This is a longer barrel. It's not 18-inch. I think it's 20. For those interested, again, I haven't done any mods to that. Home defense gun, could be a truck gun. And I hope you all know when I say truck gun, I just mean vehicle gun. Whatever. You don't have to be a truck guy or gal. All right. Shotgun. All right. And that one being my go-to if I'm grabbing a shotgun. Okay. So last but not least, all right, rifles. Okay. Rifles. So I'm an AR guy. Okay. Again, we're empty and clear. All right. Like ARs. Again, military guy, familiar with the AR platform. It's just what works for me. All right. It's 5.56. It's the caliber I run. Not doing anything fancy. No 300 blackout or anything. It's just readily available, easy to find, sort of still. It's what I like. As far as my rifle, so I know I said I'm a Glock guy. That's what I carry. And people are very particular about what they're into and what they like. I like Glock. I like that shotgun. I also have Remington and a couple others, but I really like that one. All right. My rifle is a build. Okay. It's kind of a Heinz 57 rifle, 16-inch barrel. All right. This is actually a trade from a buddy, a neighbor. He put this one together. It's an Anderson lower for those of you interested. Again, it's just the regular grip. I think I may change that out to a Magpul. I do still like that grip angle between those two. I know some people are really going into that more vertical one, and they like it. I'm fine with this. It works. The stock, just a standard M4 stock there, in green. Again, the guy, it's not camoed, it's not painted or anything. It's just black and green. Okay. Thought about painting it. Maybe will down the road or something. It just works. I'm a believer in your backup sights. I know you see I have an optic on there. Just back up, flip up sights. I can't tell if I don't even think there's some knockoff, right? They weren't too terribly expensive. They're not Magpul or anything like that. I do have a sling on here, okay? As you can see, you might see around the top there. I've just got a hairband, right? Because this is just kind of how I stow it, and you're good to go. If this thing falls off, I don't care. Well, my wife will, because I took that from her. So, as far as my optics, all right, I've got a red dot. It's the SIG. I think it's the SIG Romeo. Yeah, SIG Romeo, and then the Juliet 3 magnifier. Okay, that's it. I've kind of grown to this. Again, it's just just flips out of the way there, right? Flip back in if you want it. Whatever. Okay. Simple red dot. with the magnification. And you know, like for around here in town, long shots or whatever, you know, if I'm using this for self-defense around the house, the magnifier is going to be enough. And some people don't even want to roll with that, and that's cool too. I'm old and my eyesight is not great. I've been wearing glasses from like forever, okay? Glasses or contacts. So any little bit I can get in assistance in seeing something, I'm taking it. And you know, simple little magnifier, it works. Also have a rifle with a fixed 3-power prism scope on there, which I like. I do. I'm not gonna lie though, I like this setup better. I really do, because I have the option of not having the magnification. You know, it just takes a little bit. You know, like the ACOGs and like Trichcon ACOGs. You know, they have that. Mine is a Vortex. Not anything. Again, I don't have ACOG money. Okay, but it's unique. You know, I kind of bought it to try it a long time ago, and it's okay. I just like the option of, you know, not having the magnification as well. So it's just kind of a stand. Oh, and I did recently put on a light on this rifle. It is Defend-Tac. It was not expensive. I think I captured this on Amazon on sale, less than $30. I think it's normally like 40 or something like that. And actually, one of my neighbors had this, and I kind of liked it. I was like, I might do that. Again, I think it's important to have a light on your rifle. Is it necessary? No. You know, but if you're planning on using something to engage in nighttime operations, you should probably have a light on there. That's just me. And it's, you know, it does have the little magnetic charger, which is nice. And it has 2 modes. It's either on or strobe. That's it. Now, some people say, hey, you should get something to cover that. You know, for night operations, if you're G.I. Joeing it. And I'm not making fun of anybody doing that. I want you to know. I think if you're out training, good on you. That's good. For me, if I'm using this at home in town, I'm not really worried about the light discipline per se. Okay? Just facts. I'm not ragging on anybody. Just facts. That's me. Now, if I'm out in the woods doing stuff that, you know, I don't even have night vision. Okay? Sorry. I'm not that cool guy. I don't have it. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. You know, people dropping a couple grand on that stuff. I'm a family man, folks. Okay? Got wife, 2 kids, and 2 dogs. And they come before all my toys. All right? Do I want some night vision? And do that? Of course. One of these days, you know, when I win the lottery or get some sponsor that wants to send that stuff to me. But in the meantime, let's be real. This is what works for the environment that I'm in, for the stuff I might need to deal with. What I got works, because, you know, and this not an expensive build by any means. Like, you can, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone on here is either building their own rifles or they know somebody that does, and they're able to get help and everything and doing that, which is awesome. You know, help each other out. If that's what you're wanting, if that's the type of gear you want, you should get it. Okay, as long as, you know, it's legal and wherever you live. Again, I said I live in Texas. We're pretty friendly when it comes to firearms and knives and swords and everything. You can literally carry a sword in Texas. Again, probably going to catch some attention unless you're a Ninja Turtle. Put it away. Just kidding, giving y'all a hard time. It really comes back to the training, right? Practicing with what you got. You know, instead of having a $5,000 rifle, maybe get a $500 rifle and a couple thousand rounds of ammo, because it's expensive, right? A 1,000 rounds of 5.56 is between $400 and $600, depending on where you get it, what kind of sale you find. A case of 9mm, from what I'm seeing around, about $250. Maybe catch it a little bit less. but then they're going to get you for shipping most likely. So, you know, spend the money on ammo and do some training. If you can get some formal training, even better. Especially if if you're new to this, you're not very familiar with this stuff. Go get some training. And anybody can learn, right? Anybody can do better and have more experiences from other folks. Don't think that you're above and beyond additional training. We can all do better, okay? So do that. Find what works for you. So, fun video, showing off some gear, some stuff. Again, find what works for you. Like with the optics on, maybe you want an optic on your handgun. That's great. Practice with it. Do that if that's what you want to do. But you put an optic on a shotgun or on your rifle. Whatever. Find what works for you. Maybe you don't even want a magnifier. Maybe you just want a red dot, or maybe you just want standard iron sights on your rifle. That's fine too. When I was in the service, that's what we had. It was like after I got out, that's when they started putting EOTechs and everything else on there. After I got out, that's when they started doing all the cool stuff, right? But yeah, figure out what works and practice and carry and stay safe and stay trained. Like the old ACR Protect motto there: stay armed, stay trained, stay safe. That's what I'm getting at. So that's all I got. Some guns, some toys. Not toys, but equipment, tools, right? They're tools. They're not toys. That was a dumb line. Not going to edit it out though. So thank you for your comments, your views, your subs. I appreciate it all. I enjoy engaging with y'all in the comments. I do. I learn, get some ideas, and hopefully y'all do too, amongst each other. So that's all I got. Have a great weekend. My best to you and your families. Take care. We'll see you.